Hello everyone. This is the second installment in a video series explaining the pathway to residency in US. In last video, I covered USMLE in brief and the pros and cons of USMLE. Thank you for your amazing response on that one, and we will soon come up with all the videos that you requested for. So, I am Alhan Feroz, a medical student from Jawaharlal Nehru Medical College, Bihar, Bhagalpur, and in this video, I am going to discuss about the ideal timeline, about step 1, and if time permits, I will also cover the US clinical experience. So now let's dive into the ideal timeline of USMLE pathway. So yes, this is the simplified timeline. This timeline will cover the time when you start your step 1 preparation to the time you land a job in the US. Now let us discuss the first block. The first block says that you require step 1 scores, your step 2 scores, and all the other documents to make your application. So now, when is the ideal time to give step 1? Step 1 can be given in third year, and step 2 can be given after your completion of final year exams, because at that time respectively you have just completed your first and second year subjects for step 1 and third and fourth year subjects for step 2. So that is the ideal time when you are still afresh with that knowledge, so you can directly go and give the exams. But that is not something very compulsory that you have to give your exams at that time only. You can give the exam later also, after your graduation or in your intern during your internship, anytime. Now the other requirements for application are US clinical experience, which you have to do by postponing your internship in India and go to the US, do the clinical electives there. Now electives is a type of clinical rotation which requires hands-on experience, and which also requires that you should not have graduated, that is you should still be in medical school. So that is that is why you have to postpone your internship and you have to go to US and gain the experience there, gain your letters of recommendation from your program, from your consultants over there, and come to India and then tailor your application by collecting all the other documents like your research, your personal statement, your medical school's performance evaluation, your volunteer work, your extracurricular activities, all the evidence, collect, form an application, and then get ECFMG certified. Yes, September is the time when you have to submit all your application, all that you have done, all that you have collected to get a residency in US. So September is the time when you submit all of that to an MyERAS application portal, which is an online submission. Now you submitted your applications in September. Now the program directors, the ones who evaluate your applications, they go through the whole screening process and they select a few applications for their program which they want to interview. Okay, now this they call for your interviews during October to January, and the whole interview season goes during these months. So now you have to go to US again during these months if you have got any interviews. And so since the programs can be spread all over the country, so you have to go from part to part, from state to state in the whole US, and that also results in some kind of expenses. But I've heard that they give the interviewers or the program directors, they give allowances. So now let's go to okay. So usually what you do is you apply for around 200 programs or 150 programs, or as many as you want, but every program costs you a bit of dollars, like $20 approximately. So if you apply for around 200 programs, then for 200 programs you may get interview calls for around 15, 20 or more or less, depending on how competitive your application was. So after your interview seasons, you rank your orders, like your programs, like in which program you want to be accepted first, or if you're accepted by like 4 or 5 programs, then which program will you prioritize first. So you order your rank order list by February end, and even the program directors rank their candidates, like like which one they would want to go, they would want to accept in their program first. So there's a online system which compares both the list, and the result of that appears in March, which is known as match day. It is usually 14th of March, which is known as match day. And if you have got any spot in your residence in your interviews, then you get to know it in March. And in the end, your residency starts in July to August. So this was the whole timeline of your USMLE pathway. One more thing I forgot to add is that you have to tailor your application according to the program you're applying. For example, if you're applying to an internal medicine program, then you have to highlight the stuff which you did especially for that specialty, like all the clinics or your research or anything which you did for internal medicine. Then you have to tailor your application, your personal statement. If you're applying for derma, then you have to prioritize the stuff which you did in that specialty, so that the program director sense that this candidate is serious for this specialty, is serious for this program, and knows about like what are the requirements for this job. So this is kind of trick which helps you in securing the interviews. So now let's jump to the step one, about what is step one and everything which goes in it. So the first point is that step one is a computer-based MCQ test. Okay, now there are 7 blocks of 40 questions each. It might, like 1 or 2 questions can be less or more, but in total there are 280 questions. This test can be taken at any registered Prometric centers throughout the world. There are a few in our country also, like Delhi, Hyderabad, and many more. This is an 8-hour long exam. Okay, now this 8 hour consists of the 15-minute introduction, like when they give the tutorial that how you have to go for this exam, and the breaks which you can take in between each block. Okay, now it tests your knowledge in basic medical sciences with a clinical approach. Now, as Indians, we are more acquainted to theoretical questions like which are asked in our university exams and everything. But this step one tests that theory only in a clinical fashion. Okay, so you have to think like if you are a physician, then how can you reach to the diagnosis? So this exam tests that only. Now, ideally, this exam should be taken in third year, part one, but it can be taken at any point of your career after your completion of second year, because completion of second year is a major requirement for giving this exam. Now it there is a major change which has come in step one, that earlier it was a 3-digit score exam. Okay, now the higher you score in step one, the higher were your chances to get your desired specialty. But now the directors, the program directors have decided to make this exam a pass fail. Okay, because it was causing a lot of burden to the US medical students, so they have decided to make it a pass or fail exam. Now this change will come in effect from 2022. So if you are like aiming for a 3-digit score, which is usually recommended, because when will you apply, like when you will apply for this the application, the program, if you have a 3-digit score and the others will have a pass fail, so obviously they might prioritize you in front of the other candidates. So it is recommended that you take an exam during this 2021 if you are prepared well, then only. Otherwise, if you are aiming for a pass, which is also like quite well, because in future, so this will only be the pattern, so you can give the exam after January 2022 also. Now, if you come to the preparation part of this exam, the preparation can take up to 6 to 8 months depending on how well versed you are with your knowledge of first and second year subjects. Like if you have studied very well during your medical school, you know each and every concept, then you might complete the preparation of the exam in just 3 months. Okay, but if you have not studied very well, or according to the pattern of USMLE, then at least 6 to 8 months is recommended time for preparation. Now there are various sources online and offline which caters to the need of USMLE preparation, but the ideal step one preparation material is first aid, UWorld, and Pathoma, which is also considered as a trinity for step one prep. Okay, but these are the things which you should do, or which you should refer to after you have completed every concept of your step one. So to cover the basic subject-wise concept, Kaplan is a very good resource, and for microbiology, Sketchy is good. For what do you call it, anatomy, there are multiple resources, like Kaplan is also good for anatomy and everything, which like you can just click on Google step one resources, and there will be a lot of suggestions. So this was about step one. Now I will cover the US clinical experience in the next video, and even step 2 and much more. So if you have any doubt in this video, or if you want to know more for any particular topic, please comment down in the comment section and we will be back to you. So we are from Eager, and we wish you well. Thank you.